I transmigrated into a tragic novel as the male lead, arriving at the very day when the heroine tricked me into signing the divorce agreement. The next second, countless scarlet bullet comments exploded in my vision. Nuclear alert ahead. The heroine tricks him into signing the divorce agreement, then vanishes for 10 years. After that, the male lead goes insane searching for her, living a life worse than death. Iconic scene incoming. Here it comes. The heroine dedicates herself to national scientific research, while the male lead regrets it all and spirals into insane self-abuse. Rotten scumbag. Torture him to death. Original novel readers here. If the male lead's ending isn't the most miserable in history, I'll livestream myself eating shit while standing upside down. Mark my words. Memories flooded in. I was that Yandere. Paranoid tragic male lead. I misunderstood her, hurt her, shattered her heart. After her heart turned to ashes, she pursued scientific research. When I learned the truth, I was overwhelmed with regret, self-harming, destroying my own company, losing my sanity. Hurting yourself to beg for someone else's forgiveness. I'm not that stupid simp from the original. Why should I be her pathetic, resentful puppet? You want to leave? Fine, get lost. The world is vast, can't I shine in solitude? I glanced at the divorce agreement she tricked me into signing, then smiled and said, "This is the divorce agreement, perfect, I'll sign. If you want a divorce, just say it directly. Why sneak around? The money, have you divided it clearly?" Chapter 1. The heroine, Willow, froze. Her eyes widened, staring at me blankly. The pen in her hand nearly fell to the floor. The bullet comments went wild. Holy shit, did he notice? Wait, he noticed but still signed the divorce agreement. Where's the script? What about the heart-wrenching pain, the refusal to let go even if he dies? Did he flip the script? Someone even said, "Hey, the guy who promised to eat shit while standing upside down, when are you live streaming? I can't wait." I looked at her ghost-struck expression and sneered inwardly. Keep acting. Weren't you scheming so hard to run away? Now what's this struck by lightning look for? Willow's lips trembled, her voice shaking. You want a divorce? Huh? I almost laughed out loud. Miss Willow. I tapped the agreement with my finger. Black and white. Right here, it's the divorce agreement you handed me. You're the one who wants a divorce. Why go through the trouble of tricking me into signing it? Just say it outright. I pushed the signed agreement back to her. The money, have you divided it clearly? I asked again, tone relaxed. Why yes, it's divided. She answered instinctively, still dazed, disbelief all over her eyes. Good. I stood up decisively. Let's go. Go. She was even more bewildered. Go where? To the Civil Affairs Bureau. Of course. I looked at her as if it were the most natural thing. You want a divorce? Right. Let's strike while the iron is hot. It's still morning. They haven't closed yet. I glanced at a non-existent clock on the wall. Hurry up. I'm on a tight schedule. You're on a tight schedule. Willow repeated my words like a parrot. Her complicated emotions turned into pure shock and a faint trace of panic. In the original plot, she had full control, savoring my torment. But now, her plan was disrupted, and she panicked. The bullet comments exploded into fireworks. He's on a tight schedule. Is he rushing to reincarnate? The Civil Affairs Bureau, right now. Willow is completely dumbfounded. Ha ha ha. Her brain CPU is overheating. Where's the promised decade-long tragedy? The male lead just fast-forwarded to the finale. At the guy who said he'd eat shit while standing upside down. Show yourself. Isn't this tragic enough? I couldn't be bothered with the scarlet bullet comments drifting across my vision. Instead, I looked at Willow, still frozen in place, and raised my eyebrows. What's wrong? Having second thoughts. My tone carried a trace of amusement. Don't want the divorce anymore? She snapped back to her senses. Her eyes sharpened instantly, like a cat whose tail had just been stepped on. Divorce. She practically ground her teeth as she spoke, snatching up the agreement. Let's go right now. That's more like it. I nodded with a cheerful smile and took the lead toward the door. Would have been better to do this earlier. No need to waste everyone's time. Without looking back, I walked out, leaving the heroine clutching the freshly signed divorce agreement. Rooted to the spot, her face shifted from pale to flushed, back and forth. Marvelous. The bullet comments went completely insane. Holy shit, this male lead is toxic. The heroine's face just turned green. Ha ha ha. Hurry and follow him. I want a live broadcast of the Civil Affairs Bureau. If this divorce really happens, what's the point of the original plot anymore? Exactly. No way. The male lead is definitely playing hard to get. Chapter 2. Willow and I walked downstairs, one after the other. Her steps were a little unsteady, clearly. She still hadn't fully come back to her senses. The bullet comments chirped noisily. Follow them. Are they really going to the Civil Affairs Bureau? I bet 5 cents they won't make it. There's definitely going to be a twist. Here it comes. The twist. A black off-road vehicle with military plates screeched to a precise stop right in front of the Civil Affairs Bureau's entrance. The car door popped open, and a young man in uniform jumped out, buzz cut, brimming with energy, his eyes as sharp as blades. I knew him, Makoto. In the original story, he was Willow's college classmate, the male supporting role who secretly loved her for years. Later, he vanished together with her, dedicating themselves to research, and ultimately became the winner of life, embracing the beauty in the end. The moment he got out of the car, he rushed straight toward Willow. His eyes swept over me warily, like a wolf dog protecting its cub. Willow. His voice was loud, laced with concern. Are you okay? Did he make things hard for you? He stepped in front of Willow, standing tall and straight against me, his tone full of admonishment. George, I'm warning you, stop pestering Willow. She's different from you. She has more important things to do. A national-level mission. Something a money-grubbing businessman like you could never understand. Don't ruin her future. Oh, wonderful. The main act had arrived. In the original story, the male lead was repeatedly provoked by this pretentious white knight, which only drove him to torment the heroine, making Willow more determined to leave. The bullet comments instantly hit a climax. Here he is, the gallant protector. Classic moral blackmail. Male lead. Go berserk. Fight, fight. I looked at Makoto, righteous and full of self-importance, as if he were protecting some priceless treasure. Then I looked past him at Willow, who frowned slightly, seeming as if she wanted to say something but ultimately remained silent. Suddenly, I laughed, and my smile was dazzling, even brighter than when I signed the divorce agreement just moments ago. I didn't even bother to look at Makoto. My gaze went straight past him to Willow's face. My voice was steady, not loud, but clear enough for everyone to hear. Willow, this isn't good. I pointed at Makoto, my tone casual. Look at your classmate, he's panicking like a substitute boyfriend waiting to clock in. Makoto's expression darkened instantly. What nonsense are you spouting? Willow's eyes widened as well. I raised my hand in a stop right there gesture, my smile unwavering. What's the rush? Congratulations, Makoto. You finally waited for this day, haven't you? Look, here she is. The divorce agreement is already signed. Go on. The Civil Affairs Bureau doors are wide open. I jerked my chin lazily toward the entrance, my tone dripping with sincerity. I walk out the front door, and you can walk her right in for your so-called more important mission. Perfect transition. Beautiful, isn't it? I even gave Makoto's stiff shoulder a friendly pat, my face full of encouragement. Come on, take good care of her from now on. Best wishes for your happiness together. And to top it off, I gave him a big thumbs up. Makoto was completely dumbfounded. His face alternated between red and pale. You, he pointed at me, lips trembling. You're slandering me. Willow and I share a pure friendship. He shouted loudly, but his eyes, uncontrollably, flicked quickly toward Willow behind him. In that glance, a fleeting trace of hidden delight and expectation flashed across, and I saw it all, crystal clear. The bullet comments exploded. Buffed, substitute boyfriend waiting to clock in. I'm dying of laughter. Perfect transition. Ha ha ha. The male lead's tongue is lethal. Pure revolutionary friendship. Makoto, do you even believe your own words? Holy shit, that look he just gave the heroine. Unmistakable. Something's going on. Male lead's a legend. Exposed him on the spot. Makoto's panicking. Wish you happiness. Ha ha ha. That's psychological murder right there. The heroine's face turned green. Ha ha ha. Willow's complexion turned deathly pale in an instant. She yanked at Makoto's sleeve, her voice laced with unprecedented panic and fury. Makoto, shut up. Then she suddenly turned to me, her eyes a storm of emotions, anger, shock, and an unnameable trace of humiliation. George, stop spouting nonsense. Me. I shrugged, wearing an innocent look. Nonsense. I'm just going with the flow, helping fulfill the two of you in your. I deliberately paused, letting my gaze linger on Makoto's frustrated yet secretly thrilled expression, and Willow trembling with rage. Then I slowly spat out the final words. Pure friendship, right? Makoto's face flushed the color of pig liver. Willow's eyes reddened with fury. Satisfied, I withdrew my gaze. Couldn't be bothered to watch this so-called pure friendship performance anymore. I raised my hand and checked the non-existent watch on my wrist. All right, let's not waste time. Hurry and get the paperwork done. Once it's finished, you two can do whatever you want. I need to go have lunch. I'm hungry. With that, I shoved my hands in my pockets, walked past the petrified Makoto and the trembling Willow, heading straight toward the entrance of the Civil Affairs Bureau. The bullet comments went insane. He's hungry. All he cares about is eating. Ha 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 ha. The male lead truly masters the art of sarcasm. The male lead is a hidden legend. This plot is so broken it's unrecognizable. The heroine and male supporting role just got executed in public. So satisfying. Where's the system? Hurry up and fix this bugged male lead. Chapter 3. My steps were light as I ascended the stairs of the Civil Affairs Bureau. Willow and Makoto were still frozen by the car, the air thick with awkwardness. The bullet comments kept scrolling. He went in. He actually went in. They really getting divorced. Just then, a woman in a white dress, frail looking, suddenly stepped out from behind a pillar. Her eyes were red, as if she'd suffered some earth-shattering grievance. Maria. In the original story, she was the one who appeared pure and harmless, but in truth was a deeply scheming, pretentious innocent. Time after time, her coincidences drove misunderstandings deeper between the male lead and Willow, making the heroine suffer heartbreak after heartbreak. Of course, the original male lead also went along with it, testing whether Willow's feelings for him were genuine. The result? More misunderstandings. Two people growing minds but not mouths, endless awkwardness and doubt. And now, the pretentious innocent had arrived. The plot really couldn't wait. The bullet comments burst with excitement. Here she is, the classic pretentious innocent. Iconic scene. Quick. Male lead. Protect the pretentious innocent. The original male lead loved this routine. The heroine's heart is about to shatter again. Maria jogged a few steps forward, stopping right in front of me, her face tilted up, tears trembling on the edge of falling. Her voice was soft, timid, tinged with sobs. George. I'm sorry, it's all my fault, she sniffled, her gaze flicking quickly toward the frozen Willow behind me before darting back, filled with guilt. Is it because of me that Willow wants to divorce you? Don't blame Willow. It's all Maria's fault. I'll leave right now, please. Don't get divorced. Okay. Her act flowed smooth as water, textbook fox in sheep's clothing. According to the original plot, the male lead should have been heartbroken at this moment, rushing to comfort her, and then turning even colder toward unreasonable Willow. Willow, watching from behind, would grow paler, her heart growing colder still. The bullet comments were waiting for the show. Wow, the drama is strong with this one. Male lead, comfort her already. The heroine's face is dark. The classic love triangle. It's here. I stopped walking, looking at the weepy Maria, acting as if she were the center of the universe. I smiled, but not the dazzling smile from earlier. This one carried amusement, a touch of coldness, and clear impatience. You. I gave her a once-over, my gaze as indifferent as if she were a rock on the roadside. My voice wasn't loud, but every word was sharp. Who the hell are you? Maria froze. Willow, too, looked stunned. Her eyes toward me even held a flicker of delight. Maria's tears got stuck halfway, her face stiffening. George? She was dazed, incredulous. I frowned, voice laced with open disgust. Don't call me that. Do I know you? You're blocking the way. Move. I brushed past her, about to keep walking. Maria panicked, grabbing at my sleeve. George, it's me, Maria. Maria, how can you? Let go. My voice turned cold. My eyes swept over her. Maria shuddered, instinctively releasing her grip. I patted the spot on my sleeve where she had touched me, as though I'd just brushed off something filthy. My gaze finally landed properly on her face, full of shock and hurt. My tone was as flat as if I were discussing how to sort garbage. Oh, Maria. No impression. But, I curled my lips, that impatient, mocking smile rising again. Listen carefully. I'm divorcing Willow because she. I pointed to the deathly pale Willow standing at the bottom of the steps. Wants the divorce. And you? I gave a short, scornful laugh. What the hell do you have to do with it? Who do you think you are? Why are you adding yourself into the story? Get lost. With that, I didn't spare her another glance. I lifted my foot and walked away, decisive, clean, leaving Maria utterly petrified on the spot. The blood drained completely from her face. This time, her tears really fell, out of anger, and out of fear. The bullet comments. My mind is just question marks. Holy FCK, 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 FCK. Who is he? Where is he? What did he just say? Who do you think you are? Get lost. Holy shit. Has the male lead been possessed? Pretentious innocent Maria's expression just cracked wide open. Ha 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 ha. Iconic moment. The pretentious innocent just face planted on stage. The male lead actually didn't fall for it. This plot twist hit me out of nowhere. At the guy who said he'd eat shit while standing upside down. You still there? Does your face hurt yet? At the bottom of the steps, Willow was stunned too. She looked at Maria's broken, disbelieving, devastated expression, then looked at my back, walking into the Civil Affairs Bureau without a shred of hesitation. Her eyes were complicated to the extreme, shock, confusion, and a faint, very faint trace of wavering. Makoto was beside her, whispering comfort. Willow, ignore them. George is insane. Willow didn't reply. She simply shook off Makoto's hand that tried to steady her, and, lifting her own steps, followed after me. The The bullet comments erupted. The heroine followed. The male lead really tossed the pretentious innocent away like garbage. Can this plot get any more absurd? Civil Affairs Bureau. Hurry up, I want to see the stamp. Chapter 4. The air conditioning inside the Civil Affairs Bureau was blasting, icy cold. Willow and I sat across the table from each other. The staff member, expressionless, asked a few standard questions. Do you have the divorce agreement? Both parties confirmed. Got it, confirmed. We both spoke almost at the same time. The staff member lowered his head, sorting through the forms. Willow gripped the pen, her fingertips pale. She didn't sign immediately. Her gaze lingered on my face, carrying scrutiny and a faint, hard to detect probing. A few seconds of silence. The bullet comments started scrolling. The heroine is hesitating. Is there a chance to turn this around? Male lead. Coax her. Coax my ass. The male lead just wants food. Suddenly, she spoke. Her voice was soft, but every word clear. George, today, you're different. With Maria, you cut ties. She paused, as if searching for words, her expression complicated. So, is it because you regret it? Is that why? Huh? I nearly burst out laughing. Regret? Regret not sending you packing earlier? I lifted my eyes, saw her, I understand now, face, and cut her spell short. Stop right there. Miss Lou. I tapped the divorce agreement in front of her, my tone calm. Don't overthink it. I signed because you wanted the divorce. As for those messy people and things you're imagining, has nothing to do with me. I never gave a damn about any of them. Got it? I leaned forward slightly, locking eyes with her, lips curling into a smile without warmth. That includes you. So, I jerked my chin toward the agreement, urging, sign it already. Why are you stalling? Remember, this is what you wanted. You can regret it all you want, but me, regret? I scoffed, leaning back into the chair, my posture relaxed. Not a chance. Once it's signed, all the annoying people and problems are done. Time to do things I actually enjoy. Clear-headed, free, understand. The bullet comments went wild. Huh? Didn't care about anyone, including the heroine. Annoying people and problems. The heroine is a problem. Holy shit. Critical hit. Fatal strike. Did the male lead's tongue get dipped in poison? The heroine's expression shattered. Ha 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 ha. Willow's face instantly turned ugly. The hand holding the pen trembled slightly. From sheer anger, she took a deep breath, as if making a final decision, then slashed her name down with furious strokes. The pen tip nearly punctured the paper. The staff began stamping the forms. The process was quick. The steel seal came down. A crisp thunk. Light. Final. Everything was settled. 2 dark red booklets were pushed in front of us. The staff member, in an official tone, said, "All right, from this moment on, your marriage is dissolved." I reached out, picked up my copy decisively, and without even looking at it, shoved it straight into my pocket, as if it were just a scrap of paper. Willow, however, stared at her divorce certificate for several seconds. Then she raised her head, looking at me, as if she had finally regained her stage. Her tone carried deliberate detachment and a declaration. George, since we're divorced, there are things I can say now. The place I'm going is far away. The work I'll be doing is important. She paused, and her tone unconsciously picked up a trace of pride and a sense of mission. It's a top-secret national scientific research project. It might be a very long time before I return. It seemed she wanted to issue a warning or draw a boundary. The bullet comments instantly scrolled. Here it is. Dedication to the nation. The heroine is showing her trump card. Male lead. Kneel down and repent. She's about to become a research leader. Look at what you're missing. The tragedy begins. If the scumbag male lead isn't tortured now, I'll eat shit while standing upside down. I nodded, my expression calm, even sincere. Oh, that's good. Bring honor to the nation. I believe in you. My tone was as relaxed as if I were saying the weather's nice today. I even gave her a standard, encouraging smile. Good luck, Willow. The rest of her words got stuck in her throat. The detachment she had prepared, the warning, even that hidden sense of superiority, shattered instantly. She was completely dumbfounded. Her eyes scanned me with suspicion, like she was analyzing a precision instrument suffering a fatal malfunction. Her brows furrowed tight, her voice full of disbelief. George, are you? She hesitated, chose her words carefully, and finally spat out what she thought was the most reasonable guess. Playing hard to get. Me. I couldn't hold it in. Buffed. I laughed out loud right then and there. The sound was startlingly out of place in the quiet government hall. Even the staff member glanced up at me. Willow's face flushed crimson in an instant, from anger, and from embarrassment. Wiping away the tears that came from laughing too hard, I looked at her, clear and deliberate, playing hard to get. Miss Willow, you're overthinking. My smile vanished, my eyes turning deadly serious. carrying even a trace of pity. You think I'm playing games? I shook my head, stood up, my tone resolute, full of the lightness of total liberation, leaving no room for doubt. I had zero interest. I pointed at her, then at myself, and finally at the bustling world outside the hall. Get this straight. From now on, we have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Scientific research is a good thing. I wish you success. As for me, I patted the pocket holding my divorce certificate, my eyes bright, a genuine grin spreading across my face. The world is vast, full of opportunities. Love. I gave a short, scornful laugh, dripping with mockery. Can that be eaten? Isn't making money way more fun? I'm leaving. With that, I turned and walked off, my steps light enough to take flight, leaving Willow alone, clutching her brand new divorce certificate, still smelling of ink, sitting in her chair, blank-faced, completely stunned. The bullet comments, after a brief dead silence, erupted like thunder. Isn't making money more fun? Holy shit, every line is legendary. The heroine's brain CPU just fried and smoked. At the guy who said he'd eat shit while standing upside down, where are you? Come see God. This divorce, the male lead really set himself free. Research genius. Sorry, I just want to make money. Ha ha ha. The male lead is truly living his best life. The heroine is questioning her entire existence. Ha 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 ha. Next chapter. Money, money, money. This plot is so broken it's gone feral. Chapter 5. Pushing open the heavy glass doors, the midday sunlight stabbed at my eyes. The black military-plated SUV was still parked there. Makoto had already retreated into the driver's seat, leaving only a cold, rigid silhouette behind me. Willow's steps faltered, her eyes clouded with confusion. Right on cue, the bullet comments flashed scarlet across my vision. Something's off. The heroine's state is all wrong. Did the male lead brainwash her? They're already divorced. Why is she hesitating? Wasn't she supposed to dedicate herself to the nation without hesitation? Looks like her soul just got yanked out. At the guy who promised to eat shit while standing upside down, where's your hot plate? The heroine's empty. Lonely face tells me the male lead might actually win. Makoto rolled down the car window, his voice carrying over the distance, sharp with urgency. Willow, get in. Time is tight. His tone made it sound like he was launching a spaceship. Willow startled as if woken from a trance, sucking in a sharp breath, her shoulders snapping stiff. Without another glance my way, she strode quickly toward the SUV, yanking the door open and climbing in with a rushed, almost clumsy motion. The door slammed shut, severing inside from out. The engine growled low. Then the vehicle surged forward, merging into traffic and disappearing around the corner. I shrugged indifferently, only to be blocked again by a figure drenched in sorrowful energy. Maria. She still hadn't left. Her carefully styled hair framed her cheeks, her eyes reddened like a rabbit's, her fragile aura dripping so thick it was suffocating. Tilting her face up, her tear-filled gaze latched onto mine. Her voice was laced with a deliberately restrained sob, the tail note trembling upward. George, why have you become like this? She inched a tiny step closer, shrinking the distance, manufacturing intimacy. I know you and Willow divorced. You must be devastated, right? You weren't like this before, is it? Is it because I hurt you? Is that why you're treating me this way? I know I was wrong. Stop. Expressionless, I cut through her well-rehearsed script, didn't even bother to raise an eyebrow. Patience is a luxury, and worthless clingers don't deserve luxuries. I pulled out my phone, unlocked it, opened the payment app, swift, smooth. My fingertips tapped across the screen a few times. Then I flashed her the transfer successful page. 5,000. My voice was flat, without a ripple. Compensation for emotional damages. Take it. Maria's tears froze mid-fall, her face stiffening into a puppet with its strings cut. What? She seemed utterly unable to process what just happened. Compensation. Sliding the phone back into my pocket, I said leisurely, for the oxygen and time you've wasted in my presence. Maria. I leaned forward slightly, my voice lowering, each word clear as an ice pick. This is the last warning. Stop showing up in front of me. The air you breathe. I paused, lips curling into a vicious sneer. Smells nauseating, utterly polluted. Understand? Without giving her another second for theatrics, I walked straight past this petrified, pretentious innocent statue, went directly to my car. The door shut, sealing off the outside world. The engine roared to life. In the rearview mirror, Maria stood there stupefied, her carefully crafted fragility shattered to pieces. Only blankness and the pallor of someone utterly humiliated remained, like a discarded, faded, worthless doll left by the roadside. The bullet comments burst across my vision like dazzling fireworks. Ha 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 ha. $5,000 for emotional damages. Male lead. Are you the devil? Polluted air. Ha 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 ha. Did you dip that tongue in sulfuric acid? The pretentious innocent just ascended to heaven on the spot. Her facial management system completely crashed. Precision strike, double critical hit, physical plus psychological, male lead, you're legendary. So satisfying, I feel cleansed all over. That kind of bitch deserves exactly this. At the guy who promised to eat shit while standing upside down, wasn't that cool enough? Come out and take a few steps. Chapter 6. Life was so peaceful it was bubbling. No weepy ex-wife. No buzzing flies, specifically Maria, no annoying nonsense. The world was clean. I threw myself entirely into making money. Meetings, reports, project supervision. My efficiency was terrifying. The numbers in my bank account shot up like they were on steroids. Sweet. Occasionally, a few irritating scarlet bullet comments drifted across my vision. Breaking news. The heroine is at the Northwest base. Something's off. Yes, that idiot Makoto was bad-mouthing the male lead again. And the heroine snapped at him. Shut up, you're annoying. Ha ha ha. Willow's been absent-minded lately. Messed up data several times. The professor's face turned green. Not right. Something's very wrong. In the original story she should have been like a chicken on steroids. Laser-focused on research. I didn't even lift an eyelid. None of my damn business. Miss Lou can do whatever she wants. She's interrupting my stock charts. The bullet comments kept spamming. Holy shit. Explosive gossip. Breaking frontline news. The heroine went to the base hospital today. Test results. HCG positive. She's pregnant. Same plot point from the original. Timeline matches perfectly. Iconic moment incoming. She's going for an abortion. When the male lead finds out, he'll be in hellish pain. At the guy who promised to eat shit while standing upside down, come back. Your shit is on the way. I stared at the rising numbers on my computer screen. Utterly calm. Oh, she's pregnant. Do the math. Yeah, the night before the divorce. The original idiot really did go at it late. TSK. Trouble. But according to the original script, Miss Lou should be stone-faced, scheduling the operation immediately. Clean. Decisive. Then use this evidence to stab the male lead again, leaving him worse than dead. I know the whole routine. Fine by me. Problem erased for good. I sipped my coffee. Didn't even pause. But suddenly, the bullet comments flipped. Wait. No appointment. She sat in the hospital hallway with the test results for the whole afternoon. Makoto the dumb mutt was panicking, begging her to get rid of that bastard Spawn, but the heroine glared at him so hard he shut right up. The professor talked to her, said the project was at a critical stage, and she actually hesitated. She said, she needs to think. Think. In the original she didn't even blink before signing. Holy shit, the script is collapsing again. Heroine, why aren't you following the damn rules? I looked at the bullet comments spamming the word think, raised an eyebrow. Willow stirring things up again. This system's plot repair is way too brutal. It won't even let me off here, forcing me to accept a pregnant runaway heroine. Annoying. Chapter 7. One afternoon, the scarlet bullet comments suddenly exploded across my vision, so dense they nearly blinded me. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Breaking news. Northwest Base Hospital. The heroine's in trouble. What happened? She was fine this afternoon. The baby's gone. The emergency room light is on. Nurses are rushing in and out with ugly expressions. That idiot Makoto is squatting outside with his head in his hands, like some stray dog. He did it. Most likely, he gave her a bowl of soup this afternoon. Report him, that bastard. I didn't even twitch an eyebrow, just lifted my coffee and took a sip. The bullet comments kept raging. The lights off. The heroine's being wheeled out. Her face is white as paper. She's awake. She's awake. Her eyes are terrifying, staring straight at the ceiling. Makoto rushed over, pretending to care. Willow, are you all right? Holy shit, the iconic scene is here. The heroine spoke. Her voice was hoarse like sandpaper. She only asked Makoto one thing, why? That idiot Makoto even tried to make excuses. The bullet comments suddenly paused. A few seconds later, the scarlet font detonated with unprecedented intensity. It blew up. Nuclear detonation live on air. Makoto lost it. He really lost it. The heroine only asked, why? And he exploded like a firecracker. His eyeballs bulged like a goldfish, spittle flying everywhere. He's screaming at the heroine, weak and bedridden after a miscarriage. Why? You ask me why? Willow, I want to ask you. Why? Even now, are you still thinking about that bastard Shen? You're divorced, the baby's gone, and you're still clutching that damn ultrasound report like a treasure. The bullet comments froze for a second, stunned by the roar, then surged out even more furiously. Holy shit, he exposed himself. Ultrasound report, the heroine kept it. That's not the point. The point is Makoto knew she was hiding George's baby's ultrasound. He's been monitoring her all along. That's terrifying. Makoto's performance clearly wasn't over. The scarlet words scrolled at high speed. Makoto's still screaming, completely hysterical. 10 years. I followed you like a dog for 10 fucking years, serving at your heels. And what did I get? Have you ever seen me? Huh. Your heart is filled only with George, the man who hurt you most, who treated you like trash and threw you away. Why? What's so special about him? George is nothing but a money-stinking, heartless merchant. Where am I worse than him? The bullet comments drowned him in ridicule. You drugged her and killed her child. You're not even worth a single toe of the male lead. Disgusting. 10 years of love. More like 10 years of deranged stalking. The original male lead was an idiot. But you're a fucking monster. Makoto's one-man show reached its climax. He screamed, veins bulging on his neck, spittle flying. Yes, I delivered the soup. I spiked it with the drug. I wanted that bastard child gone. Why? Why should he be the one to get you pregnant? To make you still cling to him even now? What I can't have. He shouldn't even think about leaving behind as a memory. And Maria, you think she's some sweet little thing. All those years she cozied up to you, then stabbed you in the back, making you misunderstand George, making you hurt. It was me. I was the one handing her the knives, giving her the ideas. Where the hell do you think all those perfectly timed misunderstandings came from? All those perfectly arranged traps. The bullet comments went insane. Holy shit, he confessed to everything, even ripped off Maria's toxic disguise. Massive scandal. So all those years of the hero and heroine being tormented half to death, it was these two scumbags stirring the pot. Confirmed, the original male lead was a total idiot. Got played like a fool. What about the heroine? What's her reaction? Switch the camera. The scarlet text immediately shifted perspective. The heroine didn't say a word. She just lay there on that stark white hospital bed, face drained of every drop of blood, her eyes locked on the raving Makoto, red-rimmed. Terrifying, but not a single tear fell. That gaze, cold like an icicle, sharp like a poison blade. Makoto, after screaming himself hoarse, finally met her eyes. He froze instantly, like a chicken with its throat gripped shut. The entire ward went dead silent. The silence didn't last more than a few seconds before the bullet comments rolled again. The base's big boss just arrived. His face looks murderous. That insane dog's rant just now, every word, was overheard by the guards at the door, reported straight up. He's finished. Makoto is completely finished. The bullet comments kept replaying the live broadcast, and I was savoring every line. The big boss didn't waste words. His voice wasn't loud, but every syllable hit the floor like falling hail. Makoto, leaking the identity of national research personnel, deliberately poisoning and harming a key researcher, sabotaging a major scientific project. Now, under charges of endangering national security and intentional harm, you are formally under arrest. He waved a hand. Two burly guards with hard expressions stepped forward and twisted Makoto's arms behind him. The movement was rough, merciless. Click. The cold handcuffs snapped shut. Only then did Makoto jolt awake, utterly panicked, thrashing desperately. Tears and snot smeared across his face. Commander, I was wrong. I lost my mind for a moment. I love her. I did it for her. For the base. Shut up. The big boss cut him off sharply, glaring with disgust as if at a pile of filthy garbage. Take him away. Makoto was dragged out like a dead dog, his cries and pleas echoing down the hallway, fading fast. The world was quiet again. The big boss turned his gaze toward Willow on the hospital bed. His eyes were still stern, but carried a trace of complicated scrutiny. Comrade Willow, his voice was solemn. Given the severity of this incident, and your grave lapse and negligence in handling personal matters, which posed a substantive threat to project confidentiality, the base can no longer afford any potential risk caused by you. After due consideration, the decision has been made to suspend your involvement in all work related to Project Moon, effective immediately. You are to leave the base. Further handling will await official notice. The words were resolute. No room for negotiation. Bullet comments. Holy shit. Expelled. The heroine got kicked out too. Brutal. But, not exactly wrong. She really did let the wolf into the house and nearly ruined herself. Project Moon really is top secret. It's over. Heroine lost everything. Career. Love. Child. Male lead. Paging male lead. This is all your fault. Willow lay on the bed. The last bit of color drained from her face. Her lips parted slightly, as if she wanted to speak, but in the end, not a single word came out. She only closed her eyes slowly, utterly exhausted. Her long lashes trembled violently a few times. A murky tear finally squeezed from the corner of her eye, sliding down her pale cheek, vanishing into her hairline. The scarlet bullet comments tirelessly scrolled with the breaking news summary from the Northwest base. Makoto, prison bars guaranteed. Life sentence at minimum. Maria, that toxic flower. Also invited by the authorities for a little tea session. Probably going in to keep Makoto company. Heroine Willow packed her bags, booted out of the base. Whereabouts unknown. Word is her state's terrible. At the brother who promised to eat shit this time your shit really arrived. Male lead wins by lying flat. All enemies obliterated. Heroine miserable beyond belief. Male lead, come out and give us your acceptance speech. I signed the document while watching the bullet comment live feed. The final stroke trailing off elegantly in the expensive paper. Closed the file. My assistant respectfully took it away. I picked up the glass of iced water on the table and drank a sip. The chill slid down my throat. Chapter 8. A few days later, Willow came to me. George. Her voice was hoarse, like sandpaper. I didn't even turn my head. Bullet comments instantly came alive. She's here. She's here. The iconic scene. The heroine came knocking. Turn around and take her back already. You idiot male lead. I turned around slowly. Her face was pale. Dark circles almost drooping down to her chin. Her stomach was flat again. Oh, dealt with. I raised a brow. What is it? She stared at the open door behind me. Why did you change the lock? My house lock broke, so I changed it. Why wouldn't the company guards let me in? Company rules. Rules. I used to just skin my face and walk in. Back then, you were the boss's wife. I smiled politely, distantly. And now? Ain't nobody. Bullet comments exploded. Straight to the heart. From boss's wife to background extra ha 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 ha. Willow's eyes turned red. Why didn't you pick up my calls? I pulled out my phone, scrolled a bit, blocked you. Why? Clause 7 of the divorce agreement. I recited it like a textbook. Both parties agree not to disturb each other's lives in any form. MS. Lou. Memory failing you. She suddenly broke down, crying. George, do you even have a heart? I was pregnant, and I miscarried. I sighed and said, I didn't expect Makoto to be that kind of person either. Don't worry. He'll live worse than death. Willow hesitated for a moment, then suddenly grabbed my wrist. I regret it. George, I still love. I shook off her hand. Willow, you've got it wrong. Love is a game for idle people. For me. I tapped her chest, then pointed to my temple. Money's here. Brains here. Love. Third compartment of the trash can. Go dig it out yourself. Bullet comments lost it. Third compartment of the trash can. Ha 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 ha. Ambassador of anti-romance brain. She suddenly went mad and lunged at me. You weren't like this before. You said you'd love me forever. I sidestepped. She crashed against the door. Chapter 9. I thought that slamming the door last time was the grand finale. I was wrong. MS. Willow entered, lingering ghost mode. Bullet comments went wild. Yandere alert. Blackened heroine online. Male lead in danger. Buy life insurance quick. First, a suspicious figure appeared on the home surveillance. 3 a.m. Hair disheveled. Staring at the camera. Whispering, I know you're in there. I called the police immediately. When the cops came, she ran faster than a rabbit. Bullet comments, defeated before the battle even started. Then she began bumping into me downstairs at the company, holding a cup of cold coffee. George, let's talk. I kept my eyes straight ahead. Security. This lady is disturbing the city view. Security dragged her away. Bullet comments, disturbing the city view. Ha 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 ha. Did the male lead smear poison on his lips? Later. Flowers. Anonymous. A huge bouquet of white chrysanthemums. Card. In memory of my dead love. I handed it straight to the cleaning lady's trash bin. Bad luck. Toss it. The cleaning lady beamed. Thanks, boss. Bullet comments. White chrysanthemums. The heroine's moves are insane. The cleaning lady scored herself some free flowers. The boldest one. Somehow she got my private number. Called late at night. Wind howling in the background. Her voice drifting. George, I'm on the rooftop. Tell me, if I jump, will you regret it for the rest of your life? I was watching the US stock market. Didn't even lift my eyelids. Give me the address. She froze. What? Address. My tone was calm. So I can notify the funeral home. Get you a nice feng shui urn. Friends and family discount. 20% off. Silence on the other end. 3 seconds later. George, you bastard. Click. She hung up. Bullet comments went absolutely insane. Rooftop. Damn, she's playing big. The male lead said the urn gets a 20% discount. Ha 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 ha. The heroine's mindset collapsed. At upside down shit eater bro. Get over here. Legendary scene. Annoyed. Utterly annoyed. I had my lawyer send her a sternly worded letter. Attached were all the harassment evidence. Repeat it, and we'll see you in court. The world was quiet for 3 days. On the 4th afternoon, she actually broke through layers of security, appeared directly in my top floor office, her face pale as a ghost, eyes staring straight at me, clutching that lawyer's letter, crumpled into shreds. Bullet comments instantly flooded the screen. Holy shit, Forced entry side quest. Final boss battle. Male lead. Unleash your ultimate move. George. Her voice was hoarse, ragged. Do you really hate me that much? I put down my pen, leaned back in my chair. Hate. I laughed. Willow, you think too highly of yourself. Hate requires emotion. For you. No emotion. Just a waste of time. Understand? She looked as if my words stabbed her, suddenly stepping forward. Then why do you treat me like this? Just what? I cut her off, my eyes turning cold. Just can't let go of your pathetic little love, or can't let go of that imagined devotion you think was betrayed. From beginning to end, you're a mute. I exposed her without mercy. You have grievances. You bottle them up. You misunderstand. You don't speak. Your mind thinks one thing. Your mouth says another. Playing what? Guessing games. Is this kindergarten make-believe? You think the whole world should revolve around you, deciphering your twisted little thoughts. Aren't you tired? My words rained down on her like blows. Her lips trembled. Just what? I took a step closer, my aura pressing down on her. Just think the best way to punish someone is to leave them, make them regret forever, make them suffer without end. Willow, you've read too many romance novels. In reality, who loves who for a lifetime? The earth doesn't stop spinning without anyone. You leave me, I live even better. I leave you. You do your research, no problem at all. Yet you insist on pulling all these stunts, turning yourself into neither human nor ghost. For who? To move yourself? I pointed at the crumpled ball of paper in her hand. Look at yourself now. What do you look like? A scientist working on top-secret state projects? Or a drama queen who can't live without a man? Your choice. It was like all her strength had been sucked out. She staggered back, crashing against the cold glass wall. The ball of paper fell to the floor. She stared at me, her eyes shifting from madness to unwillingness, to fury, gradually fading into blank confusion. Finally, only deep exhaustion remained, thick with belated realization and a trace of humiliating shame. Her lips moved, voice barely more than a sigh. I think I really got it all wrong. She slowly crouched down, hugging her knees, her shoulders trembling faintly, not crying, but the weight of a massive, overdue recognition of her own absurd behavior, crashing down into helplessness. Bullet comments fell uncharacteristically silent for a few seconds. The male lead's words were cruel, but, it seems, he woke her up. Every line stabbed her heart, but every line was the truth. The heroine's little brain CPU has completely burned out. So, is this the end? I pressed the intercom. Secretary Wu, CMS Lu downstairs, and also, contact Dr. Lee. Recommend a reliable psychologist to MS Lu. Send me the bill. For the last time, I sat back down in my wide office chair, picking up the acquisition case that still needed my signature. Sunlight poured through the floor-to-ceiling windows, falling across the paper. Black ink on white paper, clear, every word unmistakable. Willow was gently helped up by the secretary. She didn't look at me again, head lowered, like a child who had been lost for far too long. Finally scolded awake, yet no longer knowing which way to go. Slowly, she followed the secretary out. The door closed softly. The world was finally utterly quiet. Bullet comments drifted across one last time. Male lead paying for a psychologist. TCH. The capitalist's final mercy. That's it. Disperse. Go chase money. The end. I opened the file. The tip of the pen glided across the page. Rustling. Making money. That is the one eternal, serious business. Love. Can that be eaten? Destined fate. Look forward. I make money. You get therapy. Good enough.